Hi, it's Queen Tender Shauna and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing appetizer. It's popular, but I think at the same time it is very exotic because people shy away from it. One, because of the price point, or two, you believe there's exclusivity to it. It also, you kind of have to, it's an acquired taste. So we're doing two different types of caviar today. Um, we have black lumpfish, and we also have uh, orange lumpfish that's in vodka. And I just picked to do two different ones because it's gonna make the appetizer look colorful. Caviar can be used as a garnish or a spread on your cracker, toast. Just it's not to be eaten in large portions. It's a delicacy, and depending on the fish that is from, caviar is the raw or eggs from different kinds of fish, specifically the beluga lumpfish. That one is actually endangered, and those eggs cost the most. That's the most expensive and exclusive caviar. It's also best to serve with a mother of pearl spoon. The eggs are very delicate and fragile. Also, you don't want to damage the integrity and the taste of it. Caviar is best served fresh. It can be pasteurized, but once pasteurized, it lowers the quality and the taste. It's cured, so it can be salty. It's good to mix it with other salty condiments and toppings for your appetizers, or if you want to put something sweet. Today I'm putting on a Ritz cracker because I like Ritz cracker. I don't know if that's a traditional thing to serve it with, but if you're having a party, I ordered these off of Amazon. You'd be surprised how economic you can find caviar available, different price ranges. So up to you on what you can afford. But if you're having a party, it would be a nice, surprise for your guests to have caviar at your event. So it's something you can totally do. And these actually come, this romanoff, this brand actually comes with different recipes on the box, so you know how to serve it. Now, caviar should be served chilled, and I have here a caviar chiller. It's a little bowl with a little top here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some ice in the bowl, and I'm gonna get it prepped this way while I'm prepping the other ingredients. While I'm prepping the other ingredients, the caviar can start chilling. So we're just gonna go ahead and get some ice in the bowl. We're gonna get as much as we can. I'm gonna place the topper. This is what the caviar is gonna go in. So it starts out like this. Also purchased on Amazon. You just go in, caviar chill bowl, caviar bowl, and they'll have different kinds. But this one was sufficient for me for this today. Now you could certainly put the caviar in this, and you could set up a appetizer tray where people could choose their toppings. But caviar is kind of pricey. I wouldn't go ahead and do that, but you can just put the caviar in here, and they can choose to put the caviar on if they want. Or if you do have a server, they can use the mother of pearl spoon and put the caviar on at that time. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of each one. So maybe I'll just do this. Put this up here where you can see it. So if you don't have a jar, also you can just put a bowl or another jar with ice and just the jar that it comes in, once you take it out the box, it's a pretty cute jar. So you could go ahead, you could take the top off, and this is a black lumpfish eggs. You could just go ahead and put this jar inside, you know, ice. You don't have to get one of these, but if you do have this available, it's pretty nice to have. So I'm just gonna put a little bit inside because I'm only gonna make a few for the video, just so you see ideas. So we got a little bit of the black one. And now you have to remember this, you refrigerate after opening, and I'm gonna really keep it for a long time. I'm not using the entire jar just because, you know, I'm not having a party or an event. This is just for the purpose of showing you a quick appetizer. Here is your, now this one is infused in vodka. So they call it a vodka lumpfish. But here you can see these are the orange eggs. So we're gonna put a little bit of this on top here. So that's it right in there. Put it on the ice. Now while that's chilling, if you look in the description bar, you'll see the recipe. I got the ingredients together, but I didn't prep them. So I told you before, I have some Ritz cracker. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and open up that Ritz cracker. We're just allowing the caviar to chill while we prepare the rest of the ingredients. And this is a wheat cracker. You could use a cracker or maybe even the mini toast. Whatever is your choice. Okay, so we got Ritz cracker, and we're gonna garnish with radish. Now radish are great for snacking on. They're very healthy and they have a nice crisp taste. They're also very colorful. This recipe called for you know, sprig of dill just for color. I'm just gonna use the top of the radish. As you can see, this radish started growing. I already washed it, so I'm just gonna cut a few slices and you'll see how this comes together really nicely. So I'm just cutting up the radishes, not too thin, but you wanna get nice slices because you don't wanna overpower your appetizer. You just really want it to add some color and some texture to your appetizer. I cut a little bit of the top off because we're gonna also use that for garnish. So right on top of your cracker, I'm just gonna be putting some cream cheese. If you want, you can pipe this to make it fancy. You could swirl it. You could use a melon baller, a fruit baller, or you can spread it on with a knife, or as I'm doing right now, a spoon. I feel like I'm overdoing this. Like I should have just plopped this on, and you're gonna see how this turns out. Go ahead. Wasting money. Put a little. Look at that. So I'm gonna put this one on a plate, and I'm just gonna make a second one just so I can have a nice little presentation. And of course, one for me, one for you. So this one I'm gonna give a more generous serving of the cream cheese. And I'm just gonna plop it on there so you can see it doesn't have to be you know, fancy on top. The caviar itself will be fancy. Get the caviar on there. Get your radish. I'm telling you, you have these at a cocktail party, your guests will be very, very impressed. Speaking of cocktails, I know you didn't expect me to try this without something to wash it down. So, my go-to. Now, you could pair this with whatever you like, but personally, I like champagne. I'm a champagne lady. I like rosé. Happens to be my favorite. And we're gonna do this without making a mess. Now, this is not a trick to champagne, but if your champagne is chilled properly, it will not explode, or there won't be a big fizz or a big pop. So if that's not what you're going for, make sure that it's chilled properly. If you want all that bubbles and squirting and wasting the champagne, because there'll be more outside the bottle than inside, then you can get a hot bottle of champagne and shake it up. But if you want your champagne to not go wasted and pour out calmly, like the way champagne's supposed to be poured, because you want it in your mouth, not all over the floor, you make sure it's chilled. You can put it in the freezer for a little while, or you just keep it in the fridge. For when you know you're going to drink it, you just twist off gently. And this is a bottle of Moet. It's not cheap champagne. There's cajillion bubbles in here. But if you chill it, you don't shake it, you open it up gently, no mess, no fuss. Now we are just gonna pour it right in our glass here. And if someone's pouring your champagne, you could hold your glass at an angle to kind of help it to also not fizz. And again, you see I'm getting it in there, and I'm getting a lot because I didn't shake the bottle, and I'm pouring gently. Now this is a serving spoon, but I have a little bit in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you an idea to taste. Maybe I should taste them separately. So let me taste the black lumpfish here. So it's cured, so it's very salty, but it's a flavor that I like. The texture on these are firm, and so you put them in your mouth and they don't exactly, you know, pop or melt. Very salty, oceany, you know, it tastes very fishy. I don't know how else to describe it. But the orange one is a little more subtle, and I'm guessing from being infused with the vodka, it gives it a really great flavor. Now this recipe that was on the box that I tried, now we're gonna try this. We could go ahead and just do it in one bite, but this radish is a little big for me, so I'll take a bite out of the radish. Oh my God. Absolutely delicious. Sweet and salty, which are my two favorite combinations of snacks together. The radish is more bland of a flavor, but it has a crunch. it helps to cut down on the saltiness of the caviar. And the pairing of these items together, absolutely delicious. You must try this for your next cocktail party. Your guests will be impressed and full. They'll want to eat a lot of these because absolutely. I should have made more of those. I could have keep eating more and more of those. So, trying to clean the stuff off my teeth. You can look in the description for the recipes. This way, this is something you can try. I definitely recommend. Caviar is not out of your reach. Don't think it's not affordable. And just to try it, you know what I mean? It can just be used as a spread. I prefer it as a garnish, as you see on top of the cream cheese with the radish. And the recipe called for dill. I didn't have dill. I just used the top of my radish that was growing. And very delicious combination. I absolutely enjoyed it. So I would encourage you to try it. I'm gonna put more info in my description. But if you want to see more content like this, put a comment on the things you'd like to see. I do have more new and exciting things coming up. So go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you will be notified when I post a new video. Queen Tender Shauna saying bye.